Welcome to Unite and Win, a guide to workplace organizing, a podcast series by the Emergency Workplace Organizing Committee, presented in partnership with Haymarket Books. My name is Wes Holing. I'm the Communications Coordinator at the Emergency Workplace Organizing Committee. This podcast is broken up into two parts: an audiobook version of our Unite and Win handbook, which is also available in paperback and ebook formats from Haymarket, and a handful of discussion episodes hosted by labor journalist and author Kim Kelly. Kim will be speaking with a diverse group of experienced labor organizers to go deeper on some of the themes we talk about in the handbook and other topics relevant to the labor movement. This is Lesson 1 of our Unite and Win handbook, published in 2024 by Haymarket Books. The Organizing Committee Model: How to Build and Run Your Team. The Organizing Committee, or OC, is a group of coworkers leading a workplace campaign. It is responsible for developing and implementing a plan which includes creating a list of all the workers, mapping their relationships with each other, and identifying potential leaders, building support for the union among their coworkers and educating them about the union, building up new leaders who can help the OC grow, helping coworkers overcome fear and preparing them for the employer's anti-union campaign, more on this later, collecting signatures on authorization cards, and working with other recognized unions and community allies. Why do you need to build an organizing committee? An effective OC that truly represents the workforce is essential to winning a union recognition campaign. One person or a small group or clique of coworkers cannot build and sustain the strong cohesion necessary for effectively standing up to a boss's anti-union campaign. The OC provides leadership for the union campaign. It should aim to represent at least 10% of the workforce and should have a representative makeup that covers demographics, worker cliques, and languages, along with all departments, shifts, and worksite locations. The committee needs to communicate effectively and regularly with all coworkers so it can help them see through divisions, overcome fear, and move into action. A good OC knows its coworkers well and can identify the most widely felt issues in the workplace, as well as any vulnerabilities and fears. OC members must both be sensitive to people who may be more vulnerable to retaliation or job loss because of discrimination based on race, ethnicity, gender, or immigration status, and supportive of those workers when they are ready to take action. The OC acts in ways that build trust. The most effective organizing committees include workers who are real leaders from all parts of the workforce and have the trust of their coworkers. Trevor, a rock climbing gym worker, says, "When we started, I was still kind of junior. I'd been hired only a few months before, but one of our more senior workers at the gym joined the OC and was someone that people looked to and trusted. Not someone who was just mouthing off and complaining, but who had something to back up what they were saying." Building an organizing committee and developing leadership. Your OC needs to map out existing networks in your workplace, beginning by thinking about your own relationships and who you know as real leaders and trusted coworkers. If you don't personally know those leaders, you need to figure out how to meet them. Ask yourself, who at your workplace would you turn to if you had a question, had a problem with a manager, or needed help finding resources? Who at your workplace organizes the group hangouts, the birthday cards, the carpools? Who at your workplace do people gravitate to? Who do people listen to? If that's not you yet, that's okay. But you do want to find a way to recruit some of those people who are already leaders. Some tasks for your coworkers might include the following: getting an employee list for their department, helping to set up a meeting with one of their coworkers, identifying who they think are potential leaders, finding out what improvements their coworkers would like to see, getting signatures on a petition or authorization cards, or participating in a workplace action. Your OC will then have one-on-one conversations with coworkers, building trust and learning what improvements they'd like to see in the workplace. Often this involves asking if they might be interested in forming a union, though depending on your strategy, that might not be the priority for the first conversation. These conversations need to be carried out thoughtfully to make sure that the boss does not find out. Often, meeting coworkers individually or in small groups outside of work is the best and safest way to have conversations and build relationships. Phone calls are more effective and safer than texts. Unite and Win is presented in partnership with Haymarket Books, publisher of a wide range of essential books, especially relevant to listeners like you. One that you might be interested in reading is The Labor Wars by Sidney Lenz. The rise of the American labor movement was characterized by bloody and revolutionary skirmishes. From the first famous martyrs, the Molly Maguires in the Pennsylvania coalfields in the 19th century, to the crucial workers' victory of the 1930s, it is a history of pitched battles that frequently erupted into open warfare. Sidney Lenz's classic account chronicles this violence, as well as the factional wars within the American labor movement and the story of the great leaders it generated: Eugene Debs, Samuel Gompers, William Z. Foster, Elizabeth Gurley Flynn, Bill Haywood, John L. Lewis, Walter Reuther, and many more. Find the Labor Wars at haymarketbooks.org, where all paperback books are 20% off every day. Throughout every stage of the campaign, the OC must continue to identify and recruit established leaders in the workplace, while also developing potential leaders' skills and knowledge. As potential OC members are identified, they should be given small tasks that gradually increase in difficulty and risk. As people take on more tasks and show their reliability, they should be invited onto the OC and given more leadership responsibilities, including helping to identify and recruit more coworkers as organizers. The OC members need to hold each other accountable for carrying out the tasks that they have taken responsibility for. Developing leadership and organizing skills is an ongoing process even after winning the election and establishing the union. A strong democratic union depends on having strong leadership throughout the workplace. Charting your workplace. In order to do all of these things, you and your OC must track your conversations and record notes in an organized chart of all your coworkers. This chart should include a row for every worker and columns detailing the following: name, job, shift, and personal contact info, major concerns a worker has at work and at home, friendships and cliques, assessment, and tasks completed and actions taken. The chart will help you ensure you have the support you need throughout the workplace and strong relationships with the majority of your coworkers. You'll be able to track things such as which issues are universal, who knows who in the workplace and which departments they work in, where are your weak spots, who's friends with the boss, and even how many people have participated in a particular action. Combined, these pieces of information tell you whether your campaign is in fact building support, thereby taking most of the guesswork out of the process. It will also ensure you don't miss a single coworker, even in a larger workplace. Assessment usually refers to how you think the person you're speaking with feels about unionization. Do they support it? Are they against it? Undecided? Unless you feel certain that this coworker will jeopardize the campaign if you're being too honest with them, avoid jumping to conclusions before making your ask and seeing how they respond. The list building, one-on-one conversations with coworkers, and identification of leaders and workplace issues are instrumental in building a communication network in the workplace and should be done throughout the campaign. Remember, your boss also has a chart like this for their anti-union campaign. Not having a chart of your own will leave you vulnerable to their counter-campaign. Finally, your chart is a confidential document. We recommend you not share it with anyone outside of your trusted circle of OC members. You can share some, but not all, of this information with potential leaders you are building up. And don't ever share your chart over work emails. Socialize before you organize. Clarissa, a supermarket worker, says, "People want to let loose after a long shift, so it's not as difficult as you would think to get a group of people out. Since turnover is high, we even used people's last day as an excuse to gather." It's important to find ways to gather coworkers for social activities and enjoy food and drinks together early on in the process and throughout it. Strong personal relationships build trust and solidarity, and a fun community is one that is easy to keep people invested in it. Thanks for listening to Unite and Win, a guide to workplace organizing from the Emergency Workplace Organizing Committee and Haymarket Books. Visit haymarketbooks.org to find indispensable radical books, podcasts, virtual events, and other political education resources, including the Unite and Win handbook. Please also consider joining the Haymarket Book Club, one of the best ways to support Haymarket and help fund projects like this one. I'm your audiobook host, Wes Holing. Julia Yort is our senior producer, and Rachel Leitner is our engineer. Production support from Duff Natir and Megan Swabada. Music from Epidemic Sound. The Emergency Workplace Organizing Committee supports any worker, anywhere in the country, in any sector, organizing for something better. Visit us at workerorganizing.org if you're ready to organize your workplace or volunteer with us. Please also consider making a donation in support of our work at workerorganizing.org/donate. Listen to Unite and Win, a guide to workplace organizing, wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to subscribe, rate, and share with anyone who might benefit from it.